It happens not with a bang, but a whimper. The lights go out, public transport is halted, networks go dark, and a city is shut down and paralyzed, as an attack against a nation goes beyond bombs and targets its critical infrastructure, all with a few keystrokes. This is just an imagined scenario, it has happened around the world. Hackers have been targeting energy and power networks and can hold countries ransom. Cyber attacks are the #1 threat to power and utility companies worldwide, a new EY report has found. More than 80% of respondents to EY's Risk Pulse survey considered business interruption from cyber attacks as their top concern, which will only increase in the coming years. It also listed catastrophic weather events and storms, as well as energy and environmental regulatory change as major risks to the international energy sector. The survey outlined the growing importance of these threats to the sector, particularly as it transitions to a digitized energy world. The growth of digital technologies and data-driven services is expanding the attack surface for cyber threats across the power and utility ecosystem, the EY report stated. The distributed denial of service, DoS, attacks that have brought major websites and internet infrastructure to a screeching halt in places as varied as New Hampshire and Liberia could serve as a harbinger for the havoc Internet of Things-enabled devices could unleash on the utility grid. The importance of cybersecurity for utilities is of little surprise to many in the industry. While much of the focus of cyber attacks has been on personal scams, the real damage is done by malicious attacks against major utilities and institutions, such as Wirecard's global ransomware attack on targets as varied as the UK's National Health Service and Spain's telecommunications network. While less publicised, a wave of cyber attacks targeted Europe and North America's energy sector this year, Cisco Cyber Intelligence Group Talos stated. These attacks target both the critical infrastructure providers and the vendors those providers use to deliver critical services, Talos said. Attacks on critical infrastructure are not a new concern for security researchers, as adversaries are keen to understand critical infrastructure ICS networks for reasons unknown, but surely nefarious. According to Symantec, a computer security group, while these attacks have been occurring since 2011, they have ramped up over the last 2 years. It pointed to what are believed to be Russian state-backed groups known as Dragonfly or Energetic Bear as the main perpetrators, who use methods as simple as malicious Word documents disguised as job resumes in order to surreptitiously gain access to company login details and user credentials. The most recent serious attacks were in Ukraine, where hacking caused disruptions to the power system and affected hundreds of thousands of people. In April this year, Ireland's entire electricity and transmission control system, EirGrid, was hacked into, although no systems were shut down. Iran's nuclear energy sector was attacked and nearly destroyed by programmable logic controller virus Stuxnet, while Shamu, disk-wiping malware, hacked into Saudi Arabia's energy networks in 2012 and 2016, destroying master boot records.